7 days. That's the number of days it took to make the world. And now, it will take the same number of days to change your world, which has been completely reined in by your leaky bladder. If you remember just one thing from this presentation, it should be this. At the end of 7 days, your world will change for the better. I've interacted with many people with a leaky bladder, so I know exactly what you're going through. Every day you carefully select your clothing in an effort to hide evidence of your problem. You feel ashamed, humiliated, and fearful of going out because you constantly worry about whether there's a washroom nearby. The fear of losing control of your bladder in public terrifies you. You're afraid of running into a friend or acquaintance while shopping for adult diapers. And so you avoid going out and suffer on in silence. Well, all that can end in as little as 7 days. Hello, I'm Dr. Victor Marcioni, a board-certified physician practicing clinical medicine for close to 3 decades. Though I can prescribe conventional drugs and surgeries to most of my patients, in most cases, I don't. That's because most of my patients have been getting the best long-term treatment with natural remedies. These positive results motivate me to research and unearth natural remedies for the most troubling ailments, like, for example, a weak and leaky bladder. Nothing can ruin your night or day like a leaky bladder, and most of the so-called solutions to frequent urination aren't solutions at all. For example, who really wants to wear a pad or a bulky diaper, or perform those complicated pelvic exercises? And bladder control drugs cause terrible side effects like constipation, headaches, or worse. There are safer alternatives, natural supplements like cranberry, horsetail, or uva ursi, but none of them treat the root cause of your weak bladder. But now, there's something better. A major medical journal confirms a new natural secret that can help you take back control of your bladder in as little as 7 days. Imagine sleeping through the night without an accident and waking up rested and refreshed. Or seeing the sights on a road trip instead of the rest stops. Well, you can stop imagining and start experiencing. I've got great news for you. New groundbreaking research has revealed an all-natural solution that helps you gain 24-hour control of your bladder. I've never been this excited about a natural bladder control solution. It's safe and it's more effective than anything I've ever seen. You can now stop your bladder problems in just 7 days. You'll discover this new natural breakthrough can help you enjoy your life carefree for the first time in years. You can say goodbye to urinary frequency, urgency, and leakage. Sleep soundly through the night. Go out to dinner or a movie feeling attractive and in control, and even put the spice back in your sex life. Just imagine how great you'll feel when you can get out and enjoy life with family and friends, instead of scouting for the nearest bathroom. But you don't have to take my word for it. Clinical studies prove that up to 82% of women suffering from urgent, frequent urination and leakage improved control of their bladders in as little as 7 days. So, if you're suffering from frequent, sudden, strong need to urinate immediately, leakage when you laugh, cough, sneeze, or jump, frequency at night, 2 or more times, interrupting your sleep, and occasional stinging and burning, I urge you to immediately take control of your bladder because these symptoms could lead to further complications even your doctor may not tell you about. You know that bad bladder control makes it difficult for you to travel or perform daily chores such as going to the grocery store, working in the yard, or picking up the dry cleaning. But did you know that it could also cause other health disasters? It's true, yet few doctors will ever tell you that. Research from the National Institutes of Health confirms that bladder control problems are a leading cause of chronic infection and other serious health problems. Studies show a weak bladder contributes to the growth of infectious bacteria in the urinary tract, which can cause painful urination and even damage your kidneys. And poor kidney function can cause kidney stones, a common concern that's anything but comfortable. A medical study of over 161,000 women published in the journal Menopause found bladder leakage is related to an increase in falls and fractures. And numerous studies show chronic bladder control problems can cause depression and even leave you stuck in a care center or a nursing home. So it's obvious that if you want to remain healthy, active, and independent, your bladder problems can't be ignored any longer. However, you may feel embarrassed to talk to your doctor about frequent urination and leakage. In fact, if you're like most women, you would never reveal your bladder control issues to anyone. You start to believe that leaking when you laugh or sneeze is a normal part of aging, and that you just have to live with getting up 2 or 3 times a night to go. And the sad truth is, some doctors think that way too. You can't blame them, really. That's what they learned in med school. But new research shows this belief is outdated. In a short while, I'll show you how you can get full control of your bladder. But first, I want you to understand how your bladder works. A healthy bladder can hold up to 16 ounces of urine comfortably for 2 to 5 hours. Imagine not going to the restroom for 5 whole hours. It may sound impossible, but remember, that's exactly how your bladder performed when you were young. So what happened? It may surprise you to discover that your bladder is a muscle. Actually, it's a series of smooth, flexible muscle fibers arranged in circular bundles. Inside these muscles is a hollow cavity to hold the urine. As urine fills the bladder, the muscle swells into a round ball, like a balloon filling with air. And when your bladder's full, nerves send a message to your brain to give you the urge to urinate. The brain, in turn, sends a signal to a specific bladder muscle to push downward to expel urine and completely empty your bladder. As you can see, your urine output depends on your bladder muscles. When your bladder and pelvic floor muscles are strong, they can handle any extra pressure from a cough, a sneeze, or a laugh. But just like muscles in your arms or legs, bladder muscles can shrink and weaken with age, and that spells trouble. But once the bladder sphincter and pelvic floor muscles are weak, any sudden pressure can push urine out of the bladder unexpectedly. Also, the muscle that empties the bladder can also lose strength and can't completely empty your bladder. And that's why you feel the frequent urge to go, especially at night when you're lying down. The Mayo Clinic reports the strength and proper action of your pelvic floor muscles are important for bladder control. In another study, a Harvard Medical School health publication confirmed that bladder control problems frequently get worse as you get older. And Dr. Linda Brubaker, a professor of urology at Loyola University Chicago Stritch School of Medicine, says, as you age, it will remain a challenge and can get worse. But age is not the main reason. Bladder muscles can also be weakened by pregnancy, weight gain, or hormonal imbalances. Ordinary bladder supplements can only support your urinary tract. They can't pump up your bladder or your pelvic floor muscles back to their youthful vigor. And that's what makes this new breakthrough so remarkable. It supports your urinary tract and strengthens your bladder and pelvic floor muscles so you can turn back the clock for your bladder and go normally. Finally, a natural solution that doesn't have you ending up in diapers or the surgery table. And it works in just 7 days. This amazing breakthrough is called Bladder Rescue. Its secret is the very latest clinically tested natural bladder and pelvic muscle strengtheners. In fact, Bladder Rescue gives you the first ever natural ingredient combination documented in scientific study to dramatically reduce women's urinary frequency and leakage, day or night. Besides strengthening your muscles for better control, Bladder Rescue also stops the hidden cause of muscle weakening so you can have bladder control for years to come. This is especially crucial for women because there's an invisible destroyer that is weakening your bladder muscles. During menopause, your natural level of estrogen drops. This causes those terrible hot flashes and a host of other uncomfortable problems. But the biggest problem may be one you can't feel. A loss of estrogen can silently shrink and weaken your bladder and pelvic floor muscles. That's why bladder control problems almost always get worse after menopause. And here's what makes Bladder Rescue so unique. Besides strengthening your muscles for better control, Bladder Rescue also balances estrogen levels as you age. This stops muscle weakening and restores youthful bladder control. No ordinary supplement, pad, diaper, drug, or even those difficult exercises can do this. Ordinary supplements can't strengthen the bladder and pelvic floor muscles because they don't contain certain key ingredients in the right amounts. That's why I'm excited to tell you about this natural solution that offers safer and better long-term results than any prescription drug. I know you're thinking you've been through this many times, hearing about a new solution that doesn't stick. So I've decided to break down the composition of Bladder Rescue and reveal to you the 6 natural secrets that will support the proper functioning of your bladder. Natural bladder secret number 1, the bladder and pelvic floor strengthener. Native Americans used certain seeds as medicine to facilitate passage of urine, and for centuries across Europe, these seeds were highly valued for providing essential minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants to support the bladder muscle. Yet today, these seeds are forgotten. We often throw them in the trash and eat the fruit they come from instead. I'm talking about pumpkins. Yes, the pumpkin seeds are terrific for your bladder. They are equal to, if not better than, Kegels, the complicated exercises doctors recommend to strengthen pelvic floor muscles. Research shows pumpkin seed extract does all the hard work for you, with even better results. The extract exerts a tissue-building effect on the pelvic floor by making testosterone more available to strengthen pelvic muscles. In an 8-week clinical study on women, the pumpkin seed extract worked extremely well to strengthen the bladder muscles. As a result, A, it slashed frequent urination and leakage up to 57%, and B, nighttime urinations were reduced by up to 50%. Natural bladder secret number 2, Asia's estrogen regulator. In Asia, soy has been treasured for centuries for the creation and maintenance of good health. That's because it's rich in essential minerals, folic acid, vitamin K, and special isoflavones that balance hormones and protect against free radical damage. Across Asia, women consume soy almost daily. They eat soy products such as tofu, miso, and tempeh. The soy isoflavones in these foods keep their estrogen levels in healthy balance, even far into menopause. The result? A strong, healthy bladder. A SWAN study, a study of women's health across the nation, showed that women in the United States are 3 times more likely to suffer urinary problems than those in Asia. In Japanese women who live in the United States, researchers found those who continue to eat their native diet enjoy dramatically lower risk of bladder control problems. But while eating soy can help over the long term, it won't give you the best results in the short term. Neither will an ordinary soy isoflavone supplement. However, combine one special soy germ isoflavone extract with water-soluble pumpkin seed extract, and you've got a winner. The special soy germ isoflavone pumpkin seed extract was pioneered by Japanese scientists. It works like nothing I've ever seen before. In fact, 3 clinical trials have successfully proven this combination. In one clinical study, 80% of the women reported a dramatic reduction in urinary frequency and leakage within just 7 days. Natural bladder secret number 3, the bladder relaxer. You've learned how bladder leakage can result from a weak bladder muscle. It can also happen because of a muscle spasm in your bladder. Just like your leg muscle, your bladder muscle can also have cramps. But instead of feeling pain, you experience leakage and wetness. Now, according to research published by Harvard Medical School, the spasms occur in a part of your bladder called the detrusor muscle. Soothing and relaxing your detrusor muscle is one of the most important things you can do to regain control of your bladder. Unfortunately, drugs that treat bladder spasm often have many unpleasant side effects such as dry mouth, blurry vision, and heart palpitations. Thankfully, there is a natural antispasmodic that has no harsh side effects, vinpocetine. Vinpocetine is an all-natural extract from the periwinkle plant. Even a very small dose has been shown to have the amazing ability to relax the smooth muscle of your bladder without any side effects. Medical science shows your detrusor muscle contracts when there's too much of the enzyme phosphodiesterase isoenzyme, or PDE1. In both animal and human studies, researchers found that vinpocetine relaxes the smooth bladder muscle by blocking PDE1. Clinical data from Europe shows vinpocetine can even help hopeless patients reduce urgency, frequency, and leakage. In a small trial in Germany, patients who did not respond to drug treatment produced some very exciting results with vinpocetine. An incredible 58% experienced improvements during bladder function tests provided by urologists. These patients reported less frequency, less urgency, and most important of all, less leakage. After more than 2 decades of use, vinpocetine is confirmed safe and with no side effects. Natural bladder secret number 4, the urge inhibitor. I've often marveled at how many of the most astonishing discoveries in medicine are made by accident. In this case, researchers studying the effect of magnesium in women with calf muscle cramps found that the magnesium helped the women's bladder symptoms too, relieving them of the urgent need to go during the day. And it helped at night too, reducing the incidence of nighttime accidents. In fact, the evidence for magnesium enabling better bladder control is so overwhelming that the Journal of the American Medical Association reports that magnesium is effective treatment for urge urination. Even a report in Family Practice News encourages sufferers of urinary problems to take magnesium supplements. Most American adults ingest about 270 milligrams of magnesium a day, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. That's well below the RDA and enough to create a substantial deficiency over months and years. And that's why Bladder Rescue has magnesium citrate, which is the form of magnesium that is easily absorbed by the body. Natural bladder secret number 5, the infection suppressor. When you're suffering urinary frequency and leakage, bacteria are your biggest enemy. And that's because, thanks to a weak bladder muscle, certain amounts of urine remain in your bladder, and when urine is left to stagnate in the bladder, the chance of bacterial infection increases. According to the National Institutes of Health, urinary tract infections, UTIs, are the second most common infections in women. 4 out of 5 women who get a UTI will experience another such infection during their lifetime. When it comes to your urinary tract, getting rid of bacteria before they cause infection is key. And that's why you need to know about the amazing American cranberry. Modern science now confirms what American Indians knew over 100 years ago. Cranberries fight bacteria. American Indians used cranberries to cure meats, dress injuries, and treat arrow wounds. Now, results of a landmark study at Harvard Medical School show regular use of cranberry juice significantly reduces bacterial growth in the urinary tract and also helps prevent infection. Scientists originally believed cranberry juice acidified the urine, stopping the growth of bacteria. Now, a study published in the journal Urology reveals that in addition to acidifying urine, cranberry stops bacteria from adhering to urinary tract walls, especially E. coli, which is responsible for many UTIs. Another study in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, confirmed cranberry reduced bacterial count in the urinary tracts of at-risk women. But drinking cranberry juice won't help because a regular cranberry juice cocktail contains only 27% cranberry juice. The remainder is flavored sweetened water. The sweetened juice gives you extra calories, and worst of all, the sugar is food for bacteria in your urinary tract, the very bacteria you're trying to get rid of. Plus, if you're worried about your blood sugar, then juice is out of the question. That's why I always recommend Bladder Rescue. Not only is it easier than guzzling liters of juice, it delivers a highly concentrated cranberry extract standardized for potency without any added sugar, preservatives, or additives. Natural bladder secret number 6, the bladder and pelvic floor revitalizer. Now, ordinary bladder supplements frequently leave out essential vitamins like vitamin C, vitamin B12, and vitamin D. Unfortunately, research shows many multivitamins too don't deliver enough or the right kind of these 3 essential vitamins that your bladder and pelvic floor muscles need for normal, healthy urination. Research published in the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey examined 1,961 women, and they found those with vitamin D levels in the normal range, above 30 milligrams per milliliter, experienced a 45% reduction in risk of urinary leakage. Another study in the Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism found vitamin D works in strengthening the bladder's all-important detrusor muscle. And then there's vitamin C. Many people fail to consume enough vitamin C to realize its health benefits. And that's because vitamin C is not stored in the body. And even though it's found in a variety of fruits and vegetables, it's depleted by cooking. Dozens of studies have confirmed what the Nobel Prize-winning scientist Dr. Linus Pauling discovered 5 decades ago. Vitamin C protects your cells from free radical damage and helps damaged tissue grow and regenerate. Next in line is vitamin B12. Research shows you need more vitamin B12 to help bladder control. 3 studies confirm symptoms of B12 deficiency include frequent, urgent urination and leakage. One study in the prestigious Journal of Gerontology found that a lack of vitamin B12 can increase your risk of bladder leakage more than 2-fold. But the most important study showed that supplementing with vitamin B12 improved bladder control. And that's why Bladder Rescue gives you 100% or more of the recommended daily dose of highly absorbable vitamin D3, vitamin C, and vitamin B12 shown in these scientific studies to promote bladder control. So there you have it, 6 incredible reasons why Bladder Rescue is the right formula for you. And the good thing is, Bladder Rescue is doctor formulated, safe with no harsh side effects, and easy to take. Just 2 capsules a day gives you all the natural bladder strengthening ingredients you need to help restore your urinary tract health and 24-hour bladder control. Now you can dramatically reduce frequent urination and leakage day or night in as little as 7 days. An astonishing 82% of women studied report marked improvement. Bladder Rescue can help you take back control of your bladder even when other bladder supplements have failed. Its unique ingredients help strengthen your bladder and pelvic floor muscles, and it helps balance your estrogen levels, eliminating the cause of muscle weakening, so you can enjoy youthful bladder control for years to come. In my practice, I see too many women whose quality of life is deeply affected by a leaky bladder. The inconvenient bathroom trips, the sleepless nights, the embarrassing leakage, and those humiliating pads and diapers. It's so frustrating, and it needs to stop now. Once you've tried Bladder Rescue, you'll remember how easy and enjoyable life was before the days of urgent urination. To make sure you don't suffer the embarrassment and frustrations of a leaky bladder any longer, the Marra team has come up with a 100% satisfaction guarantee that's designed to make it easier for you to try Bladder Rescue. Here's how it works. If you're not completely satisfied with Bladder Rescue, if you don't enjoy fewer trips to the bathroom, better sleep, less leakage, and a more active lifestyle, send back the unopened bottles within 30 days for a full and complete refund. No questions asked. So, take Bladder Rescue now and start seeing the amazing results in as little as 7 days. Order today and you get free shipping and 2 free gifts. Free gift number 1, a report on 12 vitamins that can increase your energy. Free gift number 2, a report on health secrets doctors don't tell you about your bladder. The good thing about these gifts, they have been designed keeping your health in mind. To get your Bladder Rescue and to start your journey towards a worry-free bladder, click below. Remember, you'll start noticing amazing results in just 7 days.